Welcome students. Today we are moving to next topic, that is self-sterility in Nicotiana. Self-sterility in Nicotiana. In our last class we discussed about multiple allelism. Okay, so multiple allelism. Example for multiple allelism is self-sterility in Nicotiana. Self-sterility or self-incompatibility in Nicotiana. Multiple alleles are responsible for the self-sterility that is happening in the tobacco plants or Nicotiana plants. Okay. And you know what is self-sterility? Self-sterility means the pollen grains from a plant that are unable to fertilize the ovule of the same plant. So what is self-sterility? Self-sterility means pollen grains of a plant that are unable to fertilize the ovules of the same plant, that are called self-sterility. You know how the fertilization takes place? So this is the structure of gynoecium, having stigma, style and ovary. Inside the ovary, ovules are placed. Ovules are arranged inside the ovary. When pollen grains dusted on the stigma, the exane of the pollen grain, it starts dissolving, and through the germ pore, pollen tubes are produced. And finally it reaches the embryo sac. And it brought the fertilization. When pollen grains it dusted on the stigma of the gynoecium, it helps in the formation of pollen tube. Through the germ pore, and the pollen tube which passes through the style and it reaches the ovules, and finally it reaches the embryo sac and it brought the fertilization. This is normally happen, but self-sterility means the pollen grains which dusted on the stigma is unable to produce the pollen tube, and which results in the fertilization. Okay, so the pollen grain cannot produce the pollen tube. So there is no fertilization takes place in those structures. That is self-sterility or self-incompatibility. Self-incompatibility. Okay. How this is happen? This self-sterility or self-incompatibility is happen due to the action of a series of alleles. A series of alleles are responsible for this self-sterility. In Nicotiana. We designated such type of alleles as S. Such self-sterility alleles as S. There are many type of alleles like S1, S2, S3, S4 and S5. Okay, like that there are so many self-sterility alleles. And the main point is, when we cross two Nicotiana plants, that is tobacco plants, homozygous plants will not be crossed. Homozygous will never cross. Homozygous will never cross means S1, S2, S2. Like this cross will not be happened. should containing two types of alleles, that is heterozygous. Heterozygous alleles or heterozygous plants should be crossed, like S1, S2 cross S2, S3 or whatever it is. We will study it later. Okay, so homozygous will never cross in Nicotiana. So self-sterility in Nicotiana, it is an example for multiple alleles. It is controlled by a series of alleles which is designated as S, that is S1, S2, S3, S4, etc. And self-insterility also called as self-incompatibility. So what is self-incompatibility? The pollen grains from a plant will not able to bring about fertilization in the ovules of the same plant, that are called self-incompatibility or self-sterility. Okay, so and the alleles which is responsible for this self-sterility, that we designated as capital letter S. So S1, S2, S3, S4, etc. And plant can never be a homozygous. Homozygous plant never be produced. Always heterozygous plants will be produced. Homozygous will not be produced. So only possible combinations. Suppose we are saying there is only three self-sterility alleles, S1, S2, S3. Okay, S1, for example, there is only three alleles. Only three alleles, S1, S2, S3. Then what are the possible combinations? It may be S1, S2, S1, S3, finally S2, S3. These are the possible combinations of self-sterility alleles if there is only three alleles are present in a self-sterile plant. Okay. Actually, the self-sterility in Nicotiana, it was first studied by the scientist W. East. Okay, W. East. So these are about the basics regarding the self-sterility in Nicotiana. So what are the things we studied? Self-sterility in Nicotiana is an example for multiple allelism, and it was first formulated by W. East. A series of alleles are responsible for the self-sterility or self-incompatibility in Nicotiana. Then, what is self-incompatibility? The pollen from a plant will not able to bring about fertilization in the ovules of the same plant. Okay, and the alleles which are responsible can be designated as capital letter S, and the alleles are S1, S2, S3, S4, SY, etc. Okay, and the plant can never be homozygous. The alleles will never be same. Always the alleles are in heterozygous condition. Heterozygous condition. Okay, so what it implies actually, what it implies means when the genotype of a female plant, suppose the genotype of a female plant, genotype of a female plant is S1, S2. If the genotype of a female plant is S1, S2, so the possible genotype of the pollen grain should be having the alleles with S3. The male pollen grain having genotype. Okay, the male pollen having genotype should contain S3 or S4 or SN, some other. But N should not be 1 or 2. You understand what it is? When the genotype of a female plant, that is the female plant genotype is S1, S2. It is a heterozygous S1, S2. So this is the female plant. It has S1, S2. Female plant has S1, S2. And the pollen grain which rested on the stigma, it should have some S3 or S4. Should not be S1, S2. Why? Because if same S1, S2 will come, two pollen grains will not produce pollen tube. Okay, so only those pollen grains having the sterility alleles that are not similar to the female plant, not similar to the female plant, it only will germinate. We will look some examples. We will draw some examples. Okay. In your textbook, they are provided 2 or 3 examples. Okay. This is suppose S1, S2. Suppose the first female is S1, S2. What are the, when two pollen grains come, it has S3, S4. S3 and S4. So, both the pollen grains will germinate pollen tube. Both the pollen grains will produce pollen tube. You understand? Then next one is also S1, S2. And two pollen grains which come, one is S3 and another is S2. One is S3 and another is S2. Only S3 will produce the pollen tube. S2 will not produce any pollen tube. Why? Because this is same allele. So it will be self-sterile. Okay. Then here also S1, S2. Only this is also S1, S2. What happens? Both will not produce any pollen tube. Both will not produce any pollen. So when this is the female plant and these are males, when the female plant having the alleles S1, S2, the pollen grains which rested on the stigma having S3 and S4, both the pollen grains become fertile and it produce pollen tube. In case of this, the female having alleles S1 and S2, but the males, that is the pollen grain which come to the stigma, one having S3 allele and another having S2 allele. One having S3 allele and another having S2 allele. So what will happen? Only S3 will be germinated. S2 will not be germinated. Okay. Then another female plant having S1, S2. Another female plant having S1 and S2, and both the pollen grains which rested on the stigma having the same alleles which is present in the female. So both of it will not be produce the pollen tube. So as a result, there is no germination. When pollen tube germination takes place, so there is no fertilization takes place. So that is pollen grains carrying alleles should be different from two alleles which are present in the female plant. It will be functional. So alleles of male should not be equal to alleles of female. Not be same. Okay. So the alleles of male plant should not be same as alleles of female plant. Only this condition favors the functional pollen grains or fertilization takes place. Fertile. Otherwise, it will become self-sterile. Otherwise, it will become self-sterile. Okay. So, what is meant by self-sterility? The pollen grain of a plant is unable to fertilize the ovules of the same plant is self-sterility. And we looked so many conditions regarding the self-sterility, and we designated as S. There are several sterility alleles. If the alleles that are present in males as well as females are same, it will not produce pollen tube, it will not brought fertilization. So, for a functional pollen grains, what the condition should be, that the alleles which is present in the female should not be same as the alleles which is present in the pollen grains. Okay. In your textbook, there is a box which is provided, it having female parent as well as male parent. We will discuss it. Okay. Female as well as male. I'm going to draw like this. Okay. Our usual Punnett square method. Male, females. You understand? Our usual Punnett square method. So, females S1, S2. Female S1, S2, S2, S3, S3, S4. Here male S1, S2, S2, S3, S3, S4. Okay. So, what will happen when cross happening between them? What will happen? Okay. Whether any development of pollen tube or any fertilization happen in this cross, S1, S2, S1, S2? No. Why? Because both these are homozygous in condition. Homozygous plants will not produce in case of tobacco plants. Okay. So, this is self-sterile. This is self-sterile. And in case of this cross, S1, S2, S2, S3. So, here 2 S2 is there. So, it will not produce any pollen tube. Only S3 produces pollen tube. Only S3 produces pollen tube. So, S3 will join S1 or S3 will join S2. You understand? Okay. Now, S3, S4 and S1, S2. So, pollen grain having S3, 1 and S4. Here is S1 and S2. So, all possible outcome will be produced. How? S3, S1, S3, S4. Then, S4, S1, S4, S2. Okay, 4 possible outcomes. Then, in case of S1, S2 and S2, S3, here one pollen grain having same alleles with the female. So, it will not produce. So, only S1 produce. S1, S2, S1, S3. Okay. In case of S2, S3, it will not produce any pollen tube. Why? Because both the alleles of male and female are same. So, it is self-sterile. In case of S2, S3, S3, S4, one allele is same to female. One allele is same to female. So, only S4 will be produced. S4, S2, S4, S3. S4, S3. Understand? Then, in case of S1, S2, S3, S4, all four combination will be produced. So, S1, S3, S1, S4, S2, S3, S2, S4. Okay. Then, in case of S3, S4, S2, S3, two alleles S3 and S3 are same in both the male as well as female. So, only S2 will be produced. S2, S3, S2, S4. Okay, you understand? Then, finally, in case of S3, S4, here is also S3, S4. So, there is no offspring will be produced. Why? Because it will become self-sterile. Okay, so these three are completely incompatible and these three are partially incompatible. These two are fully compatible. Okay, this is fully compatible. This is also fully compatible. These three are partially incompatible or partially compatible. These three are fully incompatible. Okay, so these are in your textbook, they are given in another style. You can study whatever, which one you feel easier. But I think this one will be more easier. Why? Because we are following that Punnett square method for the last class onwards. Okay, so last chapter onwards. So you will be feel easy. So when crosses were made between the seed parents with S1, S2 and pollen path with S2, S3, two kinds of pollen tubes were distinguished. Pollen grains carrying S2 were not effective, but the pollen grains carrying S3 were capable of fertilization. Thus, from the cross S1, S2 cross S3, S4, all the pollens were effective and the four kinds of progenies were produced. Okay, actually I just read your sentence that are given in the textbook, which is similar to the box that we done here. What happens if S1, S2 cross with S1, S2? When S1, S2 cross with S1, S2, it will be fully incompatible. Fully incompatible. What happened when S1, S2 cross with S2, S3? When S1, S2 cross with S2, S3 and S2, S3 cross with S1, S2 and finally S3, S4, S3, S4 cross with S2, S3. Okay. So, all these three, they are partially incompatible. Partially incompatible. When the cross done between S1, S2 cross S2, S3, S4 or S3, S4 cross with S1, S2, these two are fully compatible. That is, it is fertile. Okay. Fully incompatible, this is one case. S2, S3 cross S2, S3, then S3, S4 cross S3, S4. So these three also fully incompatible. So this is simply cell sterility in Nicotiana. Cell sterility in Nicotiana is based on multiple allelism, and it was discovered by W. East. Then a series of alleles are responsible for the cell sterility or self incompatibility in Nicotiana or tobacco. The self sterility means the pollen from a plant are unable to fertilize the ovules of the same plant are called self sterility or self incompatibility. The alleles, we designate the self sterility with the use of the letter capital S. There are types of alleles, that is S1, S2, S3, S4, etc. And the tobacco plants, it will never be homozygous. Always alleles should be in heterozygous condition. So what is the condition for a functional pollen? Functional pollen or functional, that is compatibility, means how it will become compatible means the alleles that are present in the pollen should not be same as the alleles that are present in the ovules. Okay, once both the alleles that are present in pollen as well as ovules become same, so that it will not produces any pollen tube, so there is no fertilization takes place. So for a functional, the pollen grains having alleles should not be same to the alleles which is present in the ovules. Okay, then we discuss about certain examples regarding by drawing the stigma and style. Then finally the Punnett square having different progenies, whether we are crossing one female plant and male plant having two alleles. If what happens when two alleles are same, it will become self-sterile. When what happens, only one allele becomes same, so it will be partially incompatible. And what happens when both the alleles become different, so it will be fully compatible. So this is up to self-sterility in Nicotiana. It is a simple thread you have to be in your mind. Okay, this is very simple but some tricky. You have to be understand the concept. Okay, how the pollen tube developed. Only when there is a difference in the allelic form of male as well as female. So I think only this much we are going to take in this class. Okay, self-sterility in Nicotiana. You have to be prepare notes by reading the textbook, and you have to be updated your notes to me. So that's all of today. Thank you.